not a stranger to your love. I'm not a stranger to your love. I'm not a stranger to your love.
Okay. Any questions about those few details? Okay. Now, Scott, I'm going to have you come back up here with Belinda. They're going to show you guys how to set up a game seamlessly and effortlessly.
Because last year this didn't go too well, so this year we picked a really easy game to set up. But we're gonna start with this blessed table right here. Some of you are gonna have tables, some of you are not, and there's a trick to this table. You're gonna pull this whole thing out. Okay. You see how there's a long end on one side and a short end on the other? Everybody see that? Okay. You have to get it in here so that works. I'm looking at it, and it looks opposite. It looks like you would put the short end down here on the short end and the long end there. And that's not how it is. All right? Long end. It worked this year.
In a perfect world, we'll set this up and have it ready for you when you arrive, and you'll take it with you to your spot. In a not perfect world, pay attention. This is a good game because it just pops open.
That we have here, so we're totally cheating on this, but we're going to be there to help you set things up, and if we've got time, it might actually be set up for you. But if it's one of those games where it's going to be easier to transport, not set up, then we'll make that call, and we'll help you with the directions. So this one, just got little loops here, and chances are you won't. And it's got candy corn, which is the worst.
I disagree. I think it's delicious. Oh, he's with you.
This is the cilantro of Halloween candy.
Yeah, the worst.
You probably also love circus peanuts then. Here's what every game at Fall Fun Fest is. If you think about it, break it down to its most basic. Fall Fun Fest revolves around throwing something at something. That's all it is. And you get candy. You throw something at something. It's great. All right. Now here's the really tricky one. This is your sign. You're gonna put that. Okay, all ready. Okay. What are you laughing at, Jerry? There we go.
Woo.
It's got little hookies on it right there. And you're going to go like that. And you're actually not going to put it all the way up. You're going to put it down a little bit, and that will help you. Because when you take it, I can hear you laughing.
Oh.
Benny Hill music. Okay? And there's the same Okay. Now, here's a trick, and I don't have any of them here. Yeah, we will have those down there. Okay. We have these water bags that act as weights, and they have chains on them, and Kevin Affman figured out how long they all had to be and everything, and they loop around this, and they hold this down in case there's a lot of wind. We recommend using it no matter what, so we will have that. I think it's like a gallon of water, which is 8 to 10 pounds, something like that. And that's it. So that's what you are going to do. And just the opposite for breaking it down, unless you want to watch me break it down. But well, I don't think you want to watch that. I think you'd want to go home and watch the 49ers and not watch me. All right, Mason.
Why'd you turn that on when I came up? I don't trust you behind me. Okay. That's just going to be distracting. That's all right. So when you show up and you get your game, you'll get candy as well. We'll actually try to deliver candy to you throughout, it'll be at your station. And then as you run low throughout the night, you can contact us, and we can always bring you more candy. Normally it's enough. We give you enough at each stand to get through the night, but in case your game is really really popular, if you're working flarts or something, that game, people love that game. At the end of the night, though, we're going to need your help getting all of that stuff back to our tent. We have a lot more time to set up than we do to tear down, and so this is kind of a everybody pitches in, make it happen. So you can tear down like Scott's doing behind me, so gracefully, I assume. And then you can grab all of your game stuff. It should all fit back in the bags that we give you, as well as your tarp. So the tarp will be there, and you'll kind of forget about it. And this is we're not doing tarps. Numbers. Look, I'm learning something here too. I'm glad I came to training. Grab your number and bring it back as well. And if your candy bucket is like too heavy to carry back, let us know, and we'll have some carts down there that we can help try to get them back with. But then it's one of those like see something, say something. Or not say something. See something, do something. So if you see like, hey, there's another sign over there that's just kind of sitting there, and I know we're tearing down. Grab it. Bring it back. Like, if everybody pitches in, we can get everything back to our kind of main Bayside tent, torn down, and in a timely manner. So there'll be A-frames out and around that you can grab as well. And then if you didn't already, grab a parking voucher. Get one from us before you leave. We want to help cover the cost of your parking so you're not having to give up time and money, just your time. So that'll be the teardown, and we'll do it as fast as we can. We're going to have a U-Haul truck that we get everything in, so if you're able to stick around and help us throw things in the truck, that'd be great, and then we'll drive it back here and get ready for Saturday.
All right. So, you have a question? Yeah. Contact for candy. Not every station, right?
Yeah, just because you'll have multiple people at your game. If one of you just runs down into the main tent and lets us know, we'll bring it. Or if you have my phone number, text me, call me, or somebody on set, and we'll get it there. I'll have a candy person that will be doing patrols. I don't know the name of that person yet, but I'll kind of indicate that to you when you pick up your game. But they'll be kind of looking around, just making sure that everybody's good and bringing extra bags if we need. So, yeah.
All right. If you turn in your packet, there should be a Bayside campus map. And you can see where everything is going to be on Saturday. The shuttle and the food court area is a little bit different this year. We're extending where the shuttle's driving so that they don't have to try and make a really hard turn over there. So our food court is shifted a little bit all the way to the left of our parking lot. We also have a new photo area that's going to be happening. These guys are going to help put us on. They have a digital photo booth that they're graciously letting us use, so try and stop by there at some point. That's going to be really fun. And then the next page shows you our food court map and all of the vendors that are coming. We're so excited. Funnel Cakes, Pasta King, Trader Jim's, Adobos, Corn Dogs, Emmaus Lemonade. We have a balloon person that's also coming, and our popcorn stand. So we have a lot of good food. The popcorn and the popcorn's free. So try and stop by our food court at some point. But I also want to cover In order to get all this set up, we would love some help on Saturday morning from about 9 to noon. The more people that are here, the faster it goes, but we want to get this all done in a couple hours so it's ready to go by the afternoon. We'll have coffee and donuts for you as well for showing up that early. As far as parking goes, this is kind of important, but we'll also be sending this out in some emails this week so you have it. We're shuttling again from Kaiser to our campus so that during event hours, our campus is only for handicap parking. So our parking team here is going to make sure that everyone who's parking here has a placard and can park here. But for volunteers, we don't want you to have to walk. So if you are planning on staying all through the event, meaning you're not leaving before about 8:30, 9 o'clock, you can park around the perimeter of the field on our campus. But you have to park before 3 o'clock because we're going to close down our parking here at 3 o'clock. Sound good? Otherwise, if you get to Kaiser before the event, we're going to have the shuttle for only our volunteers from 3 to 3:30. So if you get there and you park in that window, we're hoping to have shuttles there to get you guys over here before we open that up to the public, okay? Let's see. I think that's it. Any questions about that part? No? Okay. If you want to take the shuttle, yes. Is Wendy in here? Okay, I'll do Wendy's part. Yes. Ooh. Oh, oh my gosh. Yay. Do you need this?
Hello? Is this on? Yeah. Okay, so volunteer check-in. So it'll be like it was last year, if you guys were here last year. You come in and the volunteer check-in is right where the welcome hub is right now. So you'll go in and check in there and be told where you need to go, or you might be instructed to go to the volunteer coat check, which is where that double doors are, that the cafe annex is in there, where you can, check your purse or your coat, and then if you are doing something that requires some equipment, we'll give that to you there, like radios, trash bags for all those lovely people that do that. And so that's that part. For check-in, probably according to what you've signed up for, it should be open at 3 o'clock. I don't think anybody's here before then that needs to be here before then. So 3 o'clock check-in is open in the atrium there. Does that answer your question? Okay. All right. And then let's see. What else do I do? Okay, greeters. Do we have any greeters here that signed up to be greeters? None? Okay, I'll skip that part. No. Greeters. Okay, greeters. I can't see out there. So greeters, you come in, check in too, and we'll... greeters will just kind of go around. They'll have candy bags to give out to kids wherever they see them. The little t-shirt bags, the plastic bags that we give out. And just, welcome to the campus. And probably, I think it said to be here at 3:30, but I'm not sure. Whatever time it says on the, when you signed up, signup.com, that's the time to come. Okay, and let's see. What is next? The welcome tent people, I don't think there's anyone here from the welcome tent, but they know what to do. The welcome tent will be out where the shuttle stops and lets off people, and they're there to welcome people. If people have questions about the church, they have some information to give out as well as candy bags. And let's see. Who is up next? I think it's Scott is up next. Scott? Hello? Scott. I'm sorry. You are doing the dinner details and inflatables.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm the deaf guy, so I never understand what's going on, and I can't, ironically, hear anything in this building. I'm here to talk about the food. We are going to feed you. It's going to be barbecue. I'm starting that process tomorrow, actually a little bit today. I'm not sure if we'll have pulled pork, we'll have pulled chicken, and might pull off some beef. We'll see. There's a new restaurant store in Roanoke Park called Restaurant Depot, and it's amazing. It has the largest walk-in cooler I have ever seen in my life. And it is the size of this and the atrium and probably that whole side of the building. It's unbelievable. If you ever get really, really hot, go to Restaurant Depot, bring a tent, bring a chair. It's massive. So I saw some good stuff in there, so we're going to do that. There's going to be in honor of a recently passed away volunteer that we have. We're going to make Catherine's potatoes. If you've ever had Catherine's potatoes, they're amazing. And we made them more amazing by putting bacon in it, because that makes everything better, right? So we're going to do that. There'll be some beans. There'll be some other little extras. If you are a vegetarian or vegan, we will have options for you. Same thing with gluten-free. There won't, and come and see me. If you don't see him out there, we're going to make a limited amount of it because there's a limited amount of those people. And I don't want to put it out because Jerry will take it even though he eats meat. Because I just know him. So we're going to do that. And that is going to be in the corner in what's called the warehouse. Not what looks like the warehouse, the garage that you were just in that we put the games in. That's where all the princesses will be. But it's in that corner. It will be marked. It'll say volunteer VIP or volunteer central, something like that. And it's only for volunteers. Please don't invite your friends and neighbors. This is just for you. We're going to make barbecue for about 200 people because we're optimistic. And we want you to have a good time in there. So the idea is you're teamed up with people. When it's convenient for you, one of you takes a break, goes in there and eats, and then hightails it back to your station, and then the other person goes in and eats. We want you to feel welcome. We want you to feel needed and wonderful and amazing, but we also don't want you hanging out back there super, super long because we need your smiling face out here with everybody. And Belinda's going to tell you about, Masa's going to tell you about candy. Oh.
We promise if you run out of candy, we'll bring you more, and be generous, right? Not just one in a bag. Go for it. Fill it up. Kids love it, and that's what we want to do is be generous.
Except with Almond Joys, because Wendy likes Almond Joys. You knew I was going to do that. I had to do that at some point.
And we will have candy team. We'll have a radio. And so if you don't specifically have a radio, if you find somebody and you need candy, they'll have, speaking of my radio, it's caught on my shirt, you'll be able to radio them and say, game over here, whatever. But we've switched up candy over the years, and it's much easier now to keep everybody stocked. So the other thing is inflatables. Inflatables will be out on the field. And if you're working in inflatable, a couple things I recommend. One, dress warm, because for some weird reason on the grass, it is like 10 degrees cooler than anywhere else. It's not brutal if you come prepared. It's brutal if you're like, I can do in shorts today. I'll be fine. So just be aware of that. And then when you show up, you'll check in. We have an inflatable lead out there, and she'll direct you to where we need you on the different inflatables. And then archery tag will also be out there as well. That's being run by Alliance Redwoods. There'll be some waivers people have to sign to do that. But that'll be kind of on this side of the field for that. So that is games and inflatables. And back to Wendy.
Okay, now it is, my favorite, the cleanup cruise. Yes, we need some more help with this. And one thing people don't know is that when you're the trash pickup outside, it is probably the best thing to do because you just get to walk around and see everything. You don't have to stay in one space or anything. And you get one of these handy dandy things. I know. This is it. This is going to get people to do this. And see, look at that. And this is just this is not what you're going to get. You're going to get the super duper kind that you can pick up a dime or a quarter or a dollar bill. Can you all hear that? You probably didn't hear that. But I'll give this to my assistant. Let's see. Oh, okay, so that's outside. Then we need to keep those restrooms stocked because we have a lot of people using the restrooms inside. So we have a wonderful volunteer that is heading that up. And so she will be able to let you know exactly what to do. It's just restocking. It's not like cleaning everything. Restocking the toilet paper, restocking these things. Do you know what these things are? They have several names. That one's ripped, but this one. It's not a hat. No, it's not a hat. So anyway, restock those because we want to make sure we have all those. And then maybe wiping down the sink area, but that's about it. So, and then you can exchange that with going outside and bussing the tables. So we'll have a cart for you, and so you just kind of change off because you don't need to be in the restrooms the whole time unless you want to be. So I think, oh, and floaters. Okay, floaters, we love you because you're so needed. Floaters, just come and we get your telephone number, your cell phone number, and we put you on a list, and then you're told that you turn up your phone really loud, turn up everything, vibrating everything, and put it in your pocket, and we will call you when we need you. So you can go around and go around the whole place, and we'll be able to call you when we need you, and then you would come back to the inside the atrium here, and we would tell you where we need you to go nicely. And yes, yeah. We bought these wonderful little pagers that they use at restaurants. I thought that was going to work great, and it worked great if you were right out front, right there. You'd have to stay out in the parking lot. If you went over here, you went back there, So we're not using those. So we have to depend on your cell phones and you answering your cell phones. So I think that's it for me. All right. Thank you, guys.
Great. I'm going to talk real quick about cleanup. So the event will finish at 8, and we're usually like pretty hard on that 8, and we might even start closing a couple games, like down, kind of filtering people down towards some of the other games. But the way it's going to work is our staff is going to be spread out into different zones to help you clean up. So you'll have somebody, hopefully, that's knowledgeable kind of in your area. And we have to get everything back into the container. So everything that we just unloaded, it takes 20 minutes to unload. It takes a lot longer to get in because it is a giant game of Tetris. So thankfully, Scott's back this year, and it will be packed even better than it was last year. But one of the huge ways you can help us is wherever you're serving, just kind of go, okay, what needs to be broken down? Is it tables that need to be folded up and rolled in? Is it, if you're working games, we'll try to get drills out to you so we can start taking apart the different pieces and getting them. But we want to get it all out to the container, especially the big games. So if like Operation Oli, Moose on the Loose, like those big panel games, because those typically have to go first into the container, and we can't do all the other stuff until that's there. So we'll get it all out there, and then Scott and the team will help us get it into the container. And then, yeah, you can just kind of keep walking around and looking and going, what else needs to be out here? You know, what does an inflatable need to be rolled up? We only thankfully have to roll up one, but there might be, fencing that needs to be taken down or stuff like that. We could use your help kind of everywhere on that. So, anything else on cleanup? No. Okay. Scott, back over to you.
Okay, so every year we have several lost children. And the protocol for that is if you notice that or they come to you, bring that child to the first aid station, which is here in the atrium, right? No. There's a first aid tent. Okay. By the field. Okay, got that? First aid tent by the field, bring the child there. The first aid people will know that they are in charge of watching that child. At some point, we will find the adult. Usually it takes a while, or if it's reversed, the adult will come to us thoroughly convinced their child was grabbed by hyenas and is 50 miles away. But I understand that panic. It's a real panic, and parents are very concerned. And some of them are cool with it because it happens all the time. And some of it's their first time losing their child, and it's a big place, and it can be scary. So we want to console the parent, but we tell the parent, your child, when we find your child, which we will, they will be at that first aid tent. So the deal is if that gets reported to you, find someone with the radio, and then that someone with the radio will let everybody know either the child description or the adult description, and we keep at it until either the child or the parent is found. Any questions on that? Pretty basic. Yeah? Okay, I'm sorry. I shouldn't ask questions because I'm so deaf. It's very hard to do that. So the question is, can we let people know if they lose a child right away? We're going to put it on the handout. Oh, it's on the handout. Okay, which they won't read. Right? So we do our best. Everybody goes home with somebody at the end of the night, and hopefully it's the right person. I shouldn't have even said that. That was terrible. I'm a bad pastor. That's why you never see me preaching. All right. I say bad things. So, what to wear? I'm the last person to. Oh, it does say Scott, but yeah, you make me wear these goofy outfits every year, and so I'm the one telling everybody what to wear. So, are you actually going to be telling people what to wear? Okay, why don't you do it?
Okay, a couple more things, and then we'll get you guys out so you can go watch the game. You have to wear your Fall Fun Fest volunteer shirt, period. So even if you want to wear a costume, you can wear a costume, but wear your shirt over it. No masks. We don't allow, like medical face masks if you want, but... What? Oh, yes. We will not feed you if you don't have a shirt on. But no, like, costume Halloween masks. We don't want to scare the kids. All your costumes have to be family friendly too, okay? We recommend closed-toed shoes, especially if you're going to be out at the inflatables. It's going to be really cold out there, so wear layers. Okay, and then the last thing is for anyone who's dropping off desserts for the Dessert Dash game, First of all, thank you. That's a lot of work. It's time consuming. We really appreciate it. You can drop your desserts off during office hours this week, so Monday to Thursday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., or on Saturday, you can drop, we're going to be here all day, but you can drop it off until 2 o'clock on Saturday. Okay? Okay, yes. Oh, yes. Friday is not an option for drop-offs. Okay, any other questions before we close out? That is Greg's area. I'll have him reach out to you. Are you signed up on online? Okay, perfect. You should hear from him this week then. Yeah. Any other? Yeah. Perfect. He'll reach out to you too. Any other questions? Okay, thank you guys for being here today. We'll see you in a few days. Oh, if any of you are willing to stay a couple extra minutes, we would love some help tearing down outside, all that outside stuff. But thank you guys for being here today.